I'm going to be really honest. I'm not going to be curt. I'm not going to be short. There's only one thing you can talk about, and we got our ass kicked on the glass. That's it. We played well enough to win. We certainly, you get a performance like Trevor Bluiett had, shooting the ball. We took care of the ball, which was a big problem of ours earlier in the year, and certain times it's plagued us. And we felt like coming into fifth, third, we had to take care of the ball. We did that for the most part and kept our turnovers at 12. But again, if you can't keep Cincinnati off the glass, which is easier said than done, you're not winning. And we couldn't, and we didn't. That's it.
Can you explain why?
I don't. Man, we had some soft guys on the interior tonight, Mike. Really disappointed. I mean, man, zone. We knew that we wouldn't be as effective rebounding the ball out of our zone. We felt like maybe we'd get some deflections. UC handled it much better than they did a year ago. Felt like that would happen on their home floor. We couldn't match their effort. We couldn't match their intensity. You get blocked out and you do one of two things. You surrender if you're an offensive rebounder, or you find a way and swim around. And that intensity, that effort, that want was greater than ours. It hasn't been. Not that we've held UC to 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, but come on, 30 second chance points, 19 offensive rebounds, you're not winning the game. And that, to me, is the reason the win-loss.
Chris, how disheartening is that at this point?
Oh, it sucks. It sucks. It does. I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than we talked about it for 2 days. I mean, God love Mick, man. That's how his teams play. They play hard. They play with an edge. They rebound the ball. And you're either going to get punked or you're not. We got punked. And we talked about it. I don't even know what day it is. What day is today? Thursday?
Thursday.
There we go. We talked about it on Monday. Talked about it on Tuesday. Talked about it on Wednesday. We talked about it in every huddle during the game. But talk's cheap. You got to be able to do it.
It seemed like some of the rebounding problems came from allowing penetration and helping, and then weak side was there. Were you guys, were you not as effective as you wanted to be at controlling the ball?
Yeah, I mean some of the they have veteran guards. We had our issues with a couple guys getting beat off the dribble. We chose to play ball screens a little bit different because in the first half they were rolling our guards into the post, and that's disaster. Gary Clark is so poised. A lot of times you get a big that rolls into the post, and they just bowl over the guard. And it's a charge, and he doesn't do that. He's very poised. He'll take 5, 6 dribbles to get to a spot. So we changed that up, Mike, to answer your question. I don't know if that caused us confusion, but I'm sure some of the offensive rebounds were a product of that, but I think there were also some ones that we had the ball in our hands. There were 50-50 balls. Just a game of one.
Chris, Jared Cumberland came in and really gave them a lift in the second half. Was that something that you not expected on the scouting report?
No, you can see it coming. He's gotten better and better as the year's gone on. I'm sure Mick didn't play him early on, not because of his offense, but because of his defense. Just a guess. It happens to most freshmen. But you can see on film the way he's played here over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, he gets, conference freshman of the week. I mean, he's like the Terminator. He doesn't change expressions.
Did you see a game like this from Trey coming?
I can see a game, like this. He's more than capable of it. You never know that it's going to happen on the stage that it did. But, he's a big-time player. And when he gets on a roll, we were looking for him. We were calling his number. And then, quite honestly, he had a couple shots that he created on his own. And I thought Edmond did a great job of getting in the lane. He's a tough matchup. And found him on a couple. So, Trayvon played as well as I've seen a player play in the shootout.
What kind of pressure does it put on your guards when Sean and Rashid combine for 0 points?
Not on our guards, on our team.
And how does that affect them? I mean, does it just kind of throw everything off? I mean, is there kind of scramble when the guys aren't producing?
No, it just tightens up UC's pressure on the perimeter because they don't have to respect us in the lane. But we had a freshman that grew up tonight, Tyreek Jones. maybe I should be playing him more. He played with the motor. He rebounded the ball, took a charge. Are the two big guys? I didn't know they played.
Kaiser got his first career start. Was that because of his length or his defense lately? Did he prove to you that he earned that spot?
No, we went with a different lineup.
Chris, you guys have been through a really challenging stretch now. I mean, the things that you learned about your team, do you feel confident that you can repair them as you guys go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a pessimist by nature. I'm an optimist, and so I don't get down. I just give our players reality and areas that we have to get better. But we're gonna keep fighting. We got to try to improve some areas. We're obviously giving up way too many points. Rebounding has not been an issue for us all year, but we also haven't played, as many teams as Cincinnati is on the glass. So. No more questions? Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach.
Trayvon's effort, career high 40, the most points by a Xavier player since David West hit 47 against Dayton back in 2003. 9 3-pointers, ties our school record, obviously a career high. His total field goals made, also a career high. Questions for our student athletes?
Trayvon, you guys were leading in the half, and then in the second half there were a couple of droughts there where you couldn't score. Was it UC doing something to you guys to really keep you off your heels, or was there just a problem with maybe passing the ball or finding the right shot?
I mean, offensively, I think we did well. I think it just all led down to the rebounding, honestly. They out-rebounded us by 9, and I mean, it was evident that we were getting punked on the glass. So, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, that's what really cost us.
Trevor, can you explain emotionally what you feel when you have a game this big and your team still comes out with a loss?
I mean, it's disappointing just because you know what your team is capable of, you know what you guys are capable of, and you've been preparing all week for this. And, we're typically a team that's strong on the glass, so just to see something that we're good at be put to shame pretty much is just kind of disappointing. I mean, that's all I really can say. But, I mean, we just got to move on to the next page. I mean, it is what it is.
Can you talk about what's it like to be in the zone you're shooting tonight?
I mean, it's just like once you get a couple to fall in, you got all that adrenaline going. Once you get a couple to fall in, it's like the rim is as big as the ocean. So, I just felt that every shot that I was taking was good, and I shot every shot with confidence. And my teammates did a good job of setting me in positions to score the ball. So it was a pretty good zone I was in.
Malcolm, what can you attribute the rebounding edge, particularly on the offensive end? Was it positioning? Was it just being outworked? What is your thought on how?
Pretty much like Trayvon said. I mean, like we got punked, and I can't tell you if it was positioning, because I feel like that would be like me making up an excuse of why we didn't rebound. We just got punked and we didn't rebound. They wanted it more. They got more rebounds than us, and it hurt us.
Trey, you've been coming on strong with the game at Creighton, the game against Creighton, and then Georgetown, 2 pretty solid outings for you. Did you feel a night like this coming on? Can you feel a night like this come on?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, just getting yourself mentally prepared before the game and just knowing you try to do whatever you got to do to get the team the win that night is pretty much all I'm focused on, and I think the individual stuff will just follow, just playing hard and doing what you need to do.
Trey, on a night when Rasheed and Sean both didn't score, did you feel more pressure to put up points because you were hitting shots?
Not really. I mean, I was just playing the game, finding open holes. Our bigs just didn't have the best of games. And so with that being said, we just had to try to find other ways to score. And, I didn't really try to force anything or say, we need to put up more buckets. I need to put up more buckets. It was just finding open holes in the defense.
Does that lack of balance concern you at all? Because this is not the first time it's happened.
Yeah, no, not really. I know that, even when a couple of people are off, we should have other people backing up, backing them up and playing the way that they played. So I don't think it's really a work. I think we got guys that are eventually going to step up and fill that role.
Trey, you guys went through a stretch of games about as tough as anybody's gone through this year, 3 on the road. against top 25 teams and won at home as well. I mean, when you come out of that with the losses that you have, do you still feel? I mean, can you still feel like you guys have a significant team? I mean, do you still have that confidence?
I mean, most definitely. It's not a lot of teams that I know that go play top 25 teams, three games in a row, 2 of them being away, and then coming and playing this type of game with this atmosphere. I mean, this game, I mean, it hurts, but it's nothing to really frown over. I feel like we're still in a good position. We just gotta learn how to execute.
Is this a different kind of UC team than you faced the last few years? They have 5 guys scoring double figures.
I mean, for the most part, the people that I played against, is kind of the same people that I played back then. Just with the addition of Kyle Washington, I think he's a pretty decent post. Defensively, I just think that we didn't play to the expectation we needed to play to, and that's why these guys, did what they did.
Malcolm, this is your first and only shootout. You and I talked a lot about the hype building up to it throughout the week. Did this live up to it, the whole experience?
Yeah, it was an exciting game. Obviously, we didn't come out on top, so that's a bummer. But like Trey said, we just gotta move on and prepare for St. John's.
Thanks, guys.